Good evening everyone, and welcome to the Next Gen Ford Escort 1600 RS League here at Watkins Glen Short. My name's Jonathan. I will be your commentator for this season. Try and get to as many races as we can. And we are currently on board with Farm Zaxpeed TV in qualifying. 20 minutes of qualifying here. And Zaxpeed is on a lap, I believe, so he should be coming across the line. This is the last corner, and we should get our first time of the night, or at least one of the first times. And indeed, Zaxpeed goes second on a 1:30.4. And let's have a quick run through the grid for tonight. We've got 12 drivers. As I said, 20 minutes of qualifying, followed by a 25-minute race. So currently on pole is NGR Fraser, who is in the red and silver car. I'm just going to be making some quick notes on who's in which car for my own benefit. As we said, Zaxpeed in second. NGR Lee is in third. One Higher Mofo, yeah, what a quality name, I have to admit that. He is in fourth. NGR Martin, Shockshaft, Mr. Penguino 381, and NGR Logofany are the only ones so far to set a lap. Someone else just did, I don't know who, we'll go back to that. NGR Omega 1984, also coming round on the lap now. Directly behind, directly ahead of Slidergas there, oh my god. Directly ahead of Slidergas 28, and NGR Scooby G. And also I believe it was JPH 99. And that is our grid, I don't think I'm missing one. But for now, we'll go on board with Fraser and have a look around this track. He's just starting a lap. And let's go on board with him. Now coming up to the inner loop, the little chicane. Quite easy to get it wrong. I reckon we'll see a few spins here tonight. As you can see, Fraser's running wide, and there we go into the wall. So that will be a lap over for him, and NGR Lee just coming through as we saw Fraser's returning to the pits there. Down the chute. Coming into the final two corners. And who's that behind? Someone getting very out of shape. I think that's Slidergas. Lee's going to come across the line now. Provisionally fourth so far. We've got 13.5 minutes, so plenty of time left still. And he stays in fourth, and that was Slidergas. Just behind, who is just starting a lap. Sorry if I'm not talking so much at the moment, I'm just making some notes on who's in what car. Nothing in the white and blue. Obviously it's got a bit harder because there are no numbers on these cars. Shockshaft in the blue and white. Got that one already. Jordan. JPH comes across the line, he's in 7th still. In the white and blue. NGR Scooby G in orange, I got that one. NGR Martin in a yellow and black. What's he going to do coming across the line now? He stays 5th. Black and red. Okay, not much movement in the times at the moment. I've got everyone. Yes, I've got everyone. Okay, right now let's get on to the proper stuff. We might as well see slider gas come across the line here. Still not set a lap time, so there are no tyre wear or fuel depletion or anything. It's just straight out drive to the drop sort of thing. And we're coming across the line now to go 7th, up to 7th. Slider gas, one of 4 drivers in this field who was in a race of winners last week for the most successful drivers of season 12. And as you can probably hear, these cars are very underpowered and very old cars, so back end tends to dip out, like you can see a few drivers doing there. Zach Speed and NGR Martin just behind, stepping the back end out through the old the inner loop. There's just a simple straight 4 gears H pattern gearbox, 120 horsepower. So it's all about keeping momentum up in here, near enough as close to karts as you're going to get in the next gen leagues. And Zach Speed looks like he's coming in or driving into the wall. No, okay. And NGR Martin is going across the line. He's in 6th so far, and he stays 6th. Oh, and one high mofo stays in 4th. So there are also no setups tonight or all season. Damage is off, and the weather will be clear, and that will be the same all season unless they're otherwise stated. So literally it is straight race to the finish. No tactics really involved other than go as fast as you can and get to the end as quick as you can. But we have a season of 11 rounds, starting here at Watkins Glen Short. Then we'll be moving on to Laguna Seca, Bonnet Bray, which will be a very long race, I'd imagine. A very long track for some not very high powered cars. Willow Springs, be an interesting one. Bathurst, also probably about 3-minute laps there, I'd imagine. Alton Park International, Sugo, Brands Hatch GP, Rapuna Park GP, Hockenheim National, Donington, and then Nürburgring combined. So that's the 12th round. Nürburgring combined, which, wow, that's probably going to be maybe 1 lap, 2 laps at most, I'd imagine. I reckon they're going to be 10-minute laps or so in these cars. NGR Scooby G getting the back end out nicely there, well controlled. So this is the first official race with the 1600s. We've not had a league racing these before, I believe. However, in the race of winners we did have a race in them at Knock Hill, and we had 4 drivers in that. Unfortunately, one of them, Scott McFall, can't be here tonight. He's had to pick up his rig because someone didn't deliver it today. So unfortunately he won't be here tonight, but hopefully we'll see him next week. However, we had NGR Fraser, NGR Scooby G and Slidergas all racing in these. Of them 3, Scooby G finished 5th, Slidergas 7th and NGR Fraser 10th. Although that wasn't the full picture of the racing, there were penalties on and there was quite a lot of carnage in these. And they've also, these guys, some of them have also done a fun race around Bannock Borough, in which Zach Speed's at the fastest lap and he is currently at the top of the tree at the moment as well, and he was followed by Lee and Fraser. There's Lee and there's Fraser. So it's starting to turn out already like they did in the practice race, as Fraser's gone for a spin. NGR Omega was 5th, he's not here tonight. NGR Lagerfani was in 9th, and he just happens to be 9th today as well. So this could be in for a good race tonight. There's definitely some race winners out there. A lot of these guys are very experienced. Oh, there's a half spin in the back. I didn't quite see who that was. It wasn't Slider, I guess. It was towards the back. It was the, oh, the Les has joined us. Oh, excellent. We've got one more. The Les has joined. Let's add him to the list. The Les is in the white and blue. Very experienced runner, the Les. He seems to drive everything, and he's already got his account underway for this season in other leagues. He had a very good 4th in the V8s on Tuesday, and he's also done the Group A's on Monday, Group A Tours. So let's just have a quick run through the drivers. I'll give you a little bit of info about them. You can see, I think that's NGR Scooby G warming up his tyres. But Mr Penguino, I don't know too much about him. He generally drives on Assetto Corsa. However, he did get a 2nd in the Praga R1 League behind NGR Lee. So he's gone from a very high powered car to a very low powered car, so it'd be interesting to see how he gets on, and also on a different game to what he generally plays. So it'd be interesting to see how he progresses this evening and throughout the season. He comes round the final corner, stepping the back end out, nicely controlled. And he stays in 11th. Hello to everyone watching as well. Feel free to add some comments and let me know what you're thinking about the race, and if you've got any questions as well, I'll try my best to answer them. Oh, Zach Speed running wide there, and he's bailed out of that lap. Who's this going round? NGR Lee coming round, coming 6/10 behind. But you can see he's pushing there as he uses all the track, getting the back end out, comes across the line, and he closes the gap by 1/10.5, I'd say, but he's still just under half a second behind. Now NGR Lee is also someone that doesn't typically race on project cars. He's generally found on Assetto Corsa as well, and as I just mentioned, he did win the Praga R1 series ahead of Mr Penguino. and he also won the Alfa Romeo 155 championship, so he is definitely one to watch tonight, as he's currently sitting in second. This guy, NGR Fraser, needs no introduction to most of you. He is Renault Esports champion, Esports finalist even, as many of you probably heard, and he's probably sick of it as well. And he is a serial winner in most championships. He's not afraid of leading. And last season he did win the Modern Touring Cars, and he's second in the Clio Cup, and he was fourth in that Prado R1 series in Seto Corsa, so he's a very talented driver who will literally be quick in anything. Although he's not had the best start to the season this season, he's only had a best result of fourth in the Clios. But hopefully tonight his fortunes will turn around, as he's third at the moment. He's going to come across the line. He's 9/10 off pole. Will he move up or even close the gap? No, he doesn't. He didn't improve at all there. One High Mofo comes across the line as well. He's currently in fourth. And Just Scooby G is coming round the corner now. He's currently unbeaten this season. He's won a race every night, and he's qualified on pole for all of them. So he's got to be one of the favourites for this season, or at least try and get something done tonight. As he comes across the line now, he doesn't improve. He's still 1.6 off of pole. Having said that, though, 5th, 6th and 7th are separated by 200ths, so that's going to be one to watch out for in the midfield potentially. Ah, Benji, good evening. Hello, mate. Yeah, let me know how I'm doing. But qualifying is over now, so all the drivers are going to be coming around to finish their last laps. The slider gas comes around the final corner. Is he going to improve? Oh, he's been dropped down to 7th by someone. Slider gas doesn't improve. Who else have we got? NGR Lee's crossed the line in second. Fraser's in third. One High Mofo comes across the line. He's closed the gap slightly, but not enough. Zach Speed's in the pits. He thinks his job is done. Martin's across the line. Slider gas is across the line. Jordan at JPH is across the line. It's Mr. Penguino, I think he's the last one. No, the Les is coming around the last corner now. What can he do? Can he move up at all? At least close the gap. Yes, he does. Good job, up to 9th. Mr. Penguino's been pushed down to the back now. What's he going to do? Got 2 attempts to close to shuck shaft. Across the line. Don't know. And so, for the first time, we have Zach Speed on pole position, half a second ahead of NGR Lee. NGR Fraser in third, One High Mofo in fourth, NGR Martin fifth, NGR Scooby G in sixth, 99 in eighth, and the Les in ninth. So as we get ready for the start, I believe we're going straight into it. I don't think we've got a 2-minute time. Wait, maybe we do. Yes, I think we do. Good evening, Zach. You meant to be racing, dude. Well, I suppose you were sitting in the pits for some time. So no one's quite sure what to expect at the start here. So this could be carnage, but we will see. NGR Lee in second, NGR Fraser in third, One High Mofo in fourth, NGR Martin in fifth, Scooby G in sixth. He'll not be he'll be pretty disappointed with that. Slider Gas seventh, JPH in eighth, the Les in ninth, NGR Lagofani in 10th, and Shockshaft in 11th. He looks so lonely at the back. There's quite big spacings between the cars on this grid, and it's quite a long run into turn 1 for these cars. It will be, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Tension is building, and I think we're just about to sink into the race. Yes, we are. So here it is, everyone. The first race, the Ford Escort 1600s RS is about to get underway, and we're green for the first time at Watkins Glen Short. And Zach Speed gets off to the good start, easily covering NGR Lee, and into third stays Fraser. One High Mofo is challenging around the outside, but looks pretty clean from everyone. Shockshaft is getting past NGR Lagerfani as we come up the hill for the first time. These not so powerful cars really need the momentum to get up that hill, and it's a clean getaway from everyone, thankfully. Slipstreaming going on already. One High Mofo's got NGR Martin and NGR Fraser, Scooby G right behind him into the chicane, and he's defended well. Scooby G's having a look at Martin though, but can't quite get it done. The action down the field, Slider Gas has got some attention from JPH and the Les, all the white cars together there, but no one's made any changes so far, not major anyway. Shockshaft has got past Andy Lagerfani, as we said earlier, as they come into the final sector for the first time. It's Zach Speed in the lead, closely followed by NGR Lee and NGR Fraser. As Lee takes on the curb there, is this going to give Fraser a run? We'll have a look. Here we go, in the slipstream. NGR Lee's not moving, Fraser's just happy to sit there for now, biding his time, maybe up in the exit. Yes, NGR Lee gets a bit out of shape, and Fraser's going to try and get down the inside, but the power of these cars is just unbelievably slow. And up the hill, only got a couple of penalties already. I think that's for track limits. But here we go, still on board with NGR Fraser, and he's going to go round the outside. NGR Lee's holding the middle of the track here. As we come into the chicane, the inner loop for the second time, Fraser's going to go around the outside and into second place, forcing NGR Lee out wide onto the grass, and One High Mofo's gone round. And I don't know where Lee's gone, but Scooby G takes up third. He's quite happily going to take that, he's not going to complain. Slider Gas into fourth, NGR Martin in close quarters with him, trying to get through as well. NGR Martin has a penalty, as does the Les. But Lagerfani is back ahead of Shockshaft. He's made up of quite a lot of places actually. JPH must have come into strife as well. Shockshaft is 9th, NGR Lee's 10th now, and One High Mofo is a lonely 11th. But first incident of the race took 1.5 laps, let's call it. Zach Speed comes across the line for to start third lap. Fraser, good move to be fair to Fraser, didn't see anything wrong with it. I think Lee just got a bit out of shape trying to defend, a bit off the racing line, maybe a bit of curb was taken, but Slider Gas right behind NGR Scooby G now. As we come up the hill, he's going to get a slipstream, and he's actually got a very good run, although losing that bit of curb and dirt might not help. Here we go, he's tucked in behind and pulls out early. And now he's going to try and replicate this move that Fraser did. Got a good on-board view from NGR Martin here as Scooby G defends. Slider Gas just slips in behind. It's a long race, so no need to take too many chances too early. And Slider Gas an intelligent driver, so not going to do too much wrong in that situation. So NGR Martin's actually closed back into Slider Gas, so this will keep an interesting one to keep an eye on. JPH is no, is that Les? Oh, a bit of contact there by NGR Lagafani, and I think that was on JPH. No, that was the Les who was tackling there. JPH is in 6th, ahead of this little scrap, and we've got Lagafani, the Les, Shockshaft, and now Lee's joined in the party as well. Let's have a look as he goes round the outside almost. Oh, contact there. Who's that? I think that's the Les. No, it's Lagafani's been bumped, so he's going to drop back, going to lose all the momentum up the hill as well, so he's going to lose even more time. This is allowing JPH to get away. Oh, here we go, he's got an excellent slipstream. 3 cars, 3-car slipstream. What's he going to do? This is going to be carnage shortly. As the cameras failed to keep up. Here we go, 4 into 1. Something he's got to give. Yes, Shockshaft's taken to the grass. Will he rejoin safely? He takes out a banner, but no, rejoin safely. That's good to see. And here we got the Les has come out ahead of everyone there, but NGR Lee's coming back, trying to get back through. Qualified 2nd on the grid, remember, and had a little incident 2 laps ago, put him near enough to the back. But we've got Yamaha Mofos also closing in on this group. But at the front it's Zach Speed, and Fraser's only half a second behind now. So he's just biding his time, I think. But good battle for 3rd as well. Scooby G in that position, followed by Slider Gas and NGR Martin. JPH is now pulled away a little bit lonely for him. Sorry, I thought something was going on there. The Les has now got a 3 or 4 car train behind him, and that's NGR Lee and NGR Lagafani. He's actually having a look at NGR Lee. Is he going to get a move done already up the hill? He might be better sitting in the slipstream. Shockshaft's dropped off a little bit behind, and One High Mofo is at the back. So this will be an interesting one to watch. Slipstream worked really well last time round for Lagafani, but he didn't quite get any moves. As NGR Lee's having a look down the inside now. Can't get anything done there, not enough of a braking zone really. Need to be properly alongside there. Has a look down the inside. Out the loop and into the chute. Oh, the Les has run wide. This is going to give Lee a chance. It looks like he's going to do it, but he's going to have to go around the outside of the penultimate corner. It's a left-hand corner, so the Les is going to have the inside line. But round the outside, swooping round the outside. Good move there by the NGR Lee. And I think Les must have had a stop penalty there, because he slammed on the brakes and maybe had to slow down for track limits. But back at the front, it's only 3 tenths now between Zach Speed and NGR Fraser. And in the slipstream we go. I think this could be a potential overtake, probably not close enough, but we'll have a look. On board with Fraser. Whoa! Zach Speed's been caught out and Fraser's gone round! Fraser's round from 2nd place. Where's he going to rejoin? I think he's actually got a big enough gap. No, he didn't. So these 3 guys have gone through, so Slider Gas up to 2nd now. Scooby G into 3rd. We're back into 3rd. So Slider Gas got past Scooby G somewhere. But Martin in 4th now, and Fraser's not far behind actually, so he can still get back up to 2nd. And looking at the lap times, he was 2nd fastest behind Zach Speed that last time around, so he's got the pace. JPH is being caught about 4 attempts a lap by NGR Lee. He was actually battling last lap, so he probably even faster than that. NGR Lagavani in 8th, the Les 9th. This group's starting to spread out a bit. Shockshaft in 10th, and One High Mofo in 11th. He's not setting as good times as the his qualifying suggested. He qualified in 4th, and until he had that spin on lap 2, he's not really got back on the pace. But here we go, NGR Scooby G is having a look at Slider Gas around the outside of turn 2 into 3. It's going to be a little bit, no contact, well done boys, good racing. So let's have a look on board from... Oh, this is a good slipstream by Martin. He's gonna get it. Is it 3 wide as you come into the inner loop? This is excellent racing. All the time Fraser's hoping that someone makes a mistake. There we go. Martin's taken 2 positions down the one straight. Slider Gas is just going to hold on. No, he's not. He's going to lose position to Scooby G, and Fraser's going to come through as well. No, not quite. So Scooby G is somehow always staying in 3rd despite getting overtaken. He's losing one and gaining one every time, every lap it seems. So he's just trying to move forward, but it always gets done. And remember everyone, this is, bit of contact. Is Slider Gas going to go round? No, excellently held. But he's run wide. He might have to back off a bit for exceeding the track limits. But that's going to give Fraser a chance. Remember everyone, this is stock setup, so you can only choose between stable or loose. So it's completely up to the drivers and what they do here. You're on lap 7 now. Who's in 2nd? Oh, sorry, Fraser's almost lost it at turn 1, so that's going to allow Slider Gas back through. NGR Martin's got the penalty. Slider Gas has got a penalty. So that might have been from that last lap actually when he ran wide and didn't back off, and the Les has a penalty as well. So Lee has got... I don't know, where's Jordan gone? JPH has made a mistake somewhere, and he's gone back down to 9th. Well, didn't see that. But as we are again, it's an almighty battle for third. Martin's holding on for second even. Martin's holding on now. Slider Gas, he's having a look left and right, and Fraser's at the back trying to get past Scooby G, and he's going to get down the inside. And he's done it. Scooby G's dropped 2 positions on that lap. Now Fraser's having a look around the outside of Slider Gas. Oh, this is excellent. Look at this. 4-way battle for second. And John Martin holding on, but he's running a little bit wide. Slider Gas looks a bit out of shape, and Fraser might have a go down the inside, and he will, but Martin's slow out the corners. He's obviously got to slow down there for running wide, and that stopped Fraser from getting the move done on Slider Gas, so he basically parked it on the apex, and unfortunately he's dropped back, but hopefully he can catch back up again, because this is an excellent battle. Slider Gas back into second, Fraser into third, Scooby G into fourth. NGR Lee is catching up all the time, fastest man on the track, second fastest man on the track, behind third even. JPH fastest guy last time, no, the Les fastest guy, but he's made a mistake somewhere, because where is he? He's dropped, there we go. Fastest guy last time round, but he's slowed right down. Maybe he spun or got a slow down penalty, and he's dropping all the way back. Shock shaft's been taken by One High Mofo, and he's going to get past the Les. Oh, it's a shame for the Les. Excellent speed, fastest guy on the track last time round, but Zach Speed is well clear at the moment, 10 seconds clear of Slider Gas, but this battle for second is quite something. And here we go again. Scooby G is in the slipstream of Fraser as we go into the penultimate corner. Thank you, Benji. It's nice to know I've got a catchphrase already. Apparently around the outside is going to be my catchphrase. So Scooby G didn't get a good exit there, and in fact Fraser's going to have a look down the inside at turn 1 of Slider Gas. Slider Gas gives him room. Oh, using the curb, both from getting the back end out. Slider Gas might get a slowdown penalty for running wide there. Doesn't look like he has though. Although Fraser's picked up a penalty as well. So, at the moment, Zach Speed hasn't got a penalty, and neither is Scooby G. So Scooby G is actually in a position to be second. Here we go, slipstream. Gonna go for the middle, here we go, boys! What's gonna happen here? Oh, Scooby G backs out. Oh, there's contact! There's contact! Martin's going to make the most of that slider gas, and Fraser, slider gas has got away with it, and he's come back right back behind Scooby G. NGR leads through. Fraser is still there. I feel like he's going to retire from this race now. It's an absolute shame. Yes, he has. That's a shame. It was such a good race, but unfortunately he has retired. All the while, Zach Speed's not getting much airtime here, as he's 12 seconds ahead of Scooby G now. And Slider Gus is in third. NGR Martin is fourth. NGR lead back up to fifth. He's slowly making his way back up. He's 5 seconds behind the leaders, but lapping half a second a lap quicker than Scooby G at the moment. Got 15 laps to go still. It's not even halfway, so there's still time. Just behind Lagerfani and JPH are in close quarters. 2 white cars there. Obviously JPH is normally a resident commentator, and decided to give this a go. He likes these cars, he's told me. He's been further up the field and he's setting pretty good lap times. He's less than less than a tenth off of Zach's rig that last time round. Over NGR Lee 29.5. So setting the pace that lap, really good lap there. And JPH was 1.2 seconds quicker than Lagerfani, so I feel like this is going to be a move soon. But further ahead, Slider Gas is right behind Scooby G. These two both in the race of winners last season. So both very quick drivers, and Slider Gas needs to stop going so wide there. He's going to get another penalty. But Lee's right in behind Martin now as well. His car looking very dirty, and that's probably from the incident on lap 2. But he's in the slipstream now. Here we go. You can have a look into turn 1. I don't see why he shouldn't, but maybe he feels like he's not quite close enough. Sensible driving. And maybe on the exit using a bit of curb. And you're probably going to go for the slipstream, but here we go with Slider Gas. He's going to try and get slipstream as well. I don't feel like he's going to be close enough to make a move. No, he's not. But here we go, Martin. Oh, who's that? Martin is going to be taken, I think, by Lee. Yes, he has. He's conceded the position, but just behind Lagerfani and JPH, side by side at the same point into the inner loop, and JPH gets the move done. Nicely done there, as that moves JPH up to 6th, Lagerfani down to 7th. But Lagerfani's looking to come back here. And Lagerfani, one of these drivers that's also more used to Assetto Corsa than project cars. He was third in that Praga R1 series, so we've actually got the top 4 Praga R1 drivers on Assetto Corsa in this division, in this league. Obviously they're completely different cars with aerodynamics and a lot of power. These are no aero, no power. And Lagerfani's starting to drop back now. So Slider Gas dropped back about half a second that lap. NGR Scooby G getting into a rhythm now. Here's the fastest that time round. And Lee is going to try and close the gap. He's 4 seconds behind NGR Fraser and NGR Scooby G now, but he was also half a second slower that lap. So he's closing the gap, so he will get there eventually. Whether or not that's in time, we do not know. Johnny PH there in 6th, followed by Lager Fanny. One High Mofo in 8th. Followed by the Les and Shockshaft. The Les and Shockshaft, two of our most diverse drivers in this league. Literally both of them drive everything. Specialise in none, but good at all. And yeah, as I said, the Les got a very good P4 in the V8s on Tuesday. I believe this is Shockshaft's first race of the season. I think. Maybe he's done one race. Yeah, oh yeah, he was 10th in the Clios on Monday. But the Les has a penalty. Lager Fanny has a penalty. Martin has a penalty. Slidergas has a penalty. And Scooby G has a penalty. But Slidergas now right behind Scooby G. Might get slipstream this time round. Let's get a look at the speedo. How fast are they going? Look at that, an incredible 100 miles an hour there. Here we go. Don't think he's going to be close enough, mate. He's going to live to fight another day. Taking all the curving a bit more there, Scooby G and Slidergas. You can see the back end stepping out all the time. Listen to that gear change, it's excellent transition. And Slidergas lost a bit of time there. As Zach Speed out in front, 12 seconds ahead of Scooby G. Starts his 15th lap, 10 to go. So Scooby G's picked up a penalty as well, I've just noticed that, sorry. I think I said that, but I've just noticed it properly. So now this is an outright battle for position. Don't know if you can check time penalties, if you can check it. If whoever's watching, if you let me know how to do that, that would be great in the comments. And Lee fastest that time round. Apparently Scooby G did a 36 last lap, but he's still 4 seconds ahead of Lee. So I don't get that. I don't think that's quite right, but nevertheless, it's still in second, closely followed by Slidergas. I feel he's going to make a move soon. The Czech driver Slidergas. A group of a few Czech riders in NXTGEN who are very good, very competitive. Here we go, I think this might be it. Slidergas gets tucked in right behind Scooby G. He's not going to have a go. He's going to leave it to slipstream into the inner loop, I believe. But Enjoy Scooby G runs a little bit wide. We've lost 2 drivers. Start with 12, we're on 10 now. But Slidergas is coming out side by side down the straight, the back straight, and into the loop, inner loop. But he's tucked back in behind. Obviously, he didn't get a very good exit, or as good an exit as he thought he did, or he backed out. So Slidergas settles back into third behind Scooby G. NGR Martin's in 4th now. And Lee is in 5th. A 34 that time round for Lee, so maybe a spin. I don't think he's going to get back into 2nd now anytime soon. Field just starting to spread out a bit now. But JPH 99 is in 6th. Lagerfani is in 7th. One High Mofo 28.7. Oh no, sorry, that is how far behind is 30.1 last time around. There's in 8th. The Les in 9th, fair bit behind, but Shot Shaft keeping him honest in 10th. I can't think of who's gone as well. We've lost Fraser, we know that. But here we go again. Slider gas tucked in right behind now. And he's going to go to the inside this time. Maybe it was worth holding on to the inside a bit longer. Just stay in the slipstream, but he's not done it again. So Scooby G seems to have a quicker car down the straight. I don't know how. Maybe they're going for different setup. One's gone for stable, one's gone for loose. That's all I can think of. So I wouldn't imagine Slider Gas gets that good exit, but then bad down the top onto the straight. Martin lonely in 4th now. About 3 seconds behind and 6 seconds ahead. And here we go, One High Mofo and NGR Lagerfani. Lagerfani's obviously made a mistake because One High Mofo wasn't that close recently, but he's got past him. Lagerfani is going to have to try and hold on to him here. .32.1 last time round for Lagerfani, so yeah, obviously made a mistake somewhere. And the man who qualified in 4th, One High Mofo, is up to 7th again after the early spin. But yet again, here we go with Slider Gas. Now let's have a look at the speedos on these two. So hitting 105 here. Actually, he's stayed in the slipstream a lot longer there, yeah, so okay, maybe it's just because he was coming out in the slipstream too early. But still sitting in behind. And up 18 or 25, there's still time. But I don't think Slider Gas is causing Scooby G any real problems so far. He's only just sitting in the slipstream and then backing out at the end of the back straight. So we'll see how this one progresses. We'll keep an eye on this one. But Lagerfani is still in 8th, and he's actually dropped back now from One High Mofo. Oh, here we go. Slider Gas. As soon as I change it, he makes the move. It must have been cursed to the commentator there. Slider Gas is into 2nd. Scooby G's dropped back to 3rd, and maybe he ran wide because he's dropped back a fair bit more than just a small mistake could have been. Maybe to back out of it. And Slider Gas now pulls away into 2nd. But 13 seconds to the guy at the front, Fun Zaxby TV, in a league of his own, literally. Field very spread out now, as we've got 6 laps left. And Jarly, the guy who is going to look to try and catch up to Martin, he's proved he can do it, as he got past him earlier in that awesome 4-way battle for 2nd. But since getting ahead, he's since made a mistake and fallen back behind. He's 2 seconds back. So, looking to try and close the gap. 23 seconds off the lead. So if you would like to join this league, the Escorts 1600s RS, head to the Facebook page, NXTGEN Racing, and sign up there. Only 12 today. We do have, I think, 14 or 15 signed up, so there is 1 or 2 spaces remaining. It would be lovely to see you on the grid. As you can see, there has been some great racing tonight. JPH has dropped back behind One High Mofo. I saw him run wide at the penultimate corner actually, so maybe he had a slow down penalty. But Shock Shaft and the Les are getting a bit closer. And meanwhile, Scooby G is slightly closing on Sadagas. But yeah, on NXTGEN Racing we've got loads of leagues you can participate in. On Project Cars 2, at least there's one every single night. So take your pick on that. A lot of these guys race 2, 3, 4 times a week. Some of them only once. But yeah, it's good, clean racing, predominantly throughout the field, and it's good fun. So on the Monday night we have the Tourers. We've got the Group A touring cars, the modern touring cars, and then the Clio Cup. That's all in one night. You don't have to you can just do 1 or 2 of them. You don't have to do all 3 at once. On the Tuesday we've got the V8 supercars. On Wednesday we've got the GTE League. Obviously Thursday we're at the Escorts here with us. On the Friday we've got the Ginetta Juniors, followed by the Ginetta GT4s. That's the GT4s is the first time out for them. That'll be tomorrow on Friday, and you can see me there as well. I'll be racing in them. But Lee has closed up to the back of Martin now, so proved he can do it. Whether or not he'll stay on the track is another question. As you see Martin getting even more out of shape than Lee. The gap's really closed. Here we go, down the inside. Martin runs wide, not really putting up any sort of defence, which is a bit of a surprise. There's a flash of the lights from Lee, so maybe that was a let by. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. As Lee hasn't got a penalty, Martin has. Maybe that was why. But as you see behind One High Mofo is still, well, JPH is keeping One High Mofo honest, dude. Staying on the back of him, which is a good effort, good to see. And as we're carrying on, we've got another Clio Cup on the Saturday, and a Ferrari challenge, 488 challenge on the Sunday. And we've also got leagues in GT Sport every night as well, apart from the Saturday. Assetto Corsa League on Wednesday, which is a classic DTM. We've got a dirt rally stage as well. We're doing dirt rally this season, and F1 2018, which is also on a Thursday. So if you've got any of them games and fancy a race, and you can do any of the days, just head down to the NXTGEN Racing on Facebook, drop us a comment, let us know you're there, and we'll try and get you into a league. Sorry, Slider Gas made a little bit of a mistake. Scooby G almost into the back, but now 3 laps to go, and Scooby G is back on the tail of Slider Gas. Martin's dropped back. Jordan's keeping One High Mofo honest. In fact, he's right there now. He's going to come back at him. How's this one going to go down? I don't think he'll do it into here. But at the same time, I want to keep an eye on the lead, on the battle for second. Jordan, JPH shouldn't do it here, I don't think. No. Okay, so Slider Gas has got a bit of a gap there. One High Mofo defending now, having got past JPH due to a mistake, what we believe was a mistake. JPH is coming back at him. Oh, One High Mofo gets it out of shape. JPH is going to try and get back past, but he's run wide. He might have to slow down. Don't know. He's backed off a little bit, if anything, but lost a bit of speed and a little bit of contact. Meanwhile, up at the top of There we go, on board with Scooby G in the slipstream, can't quite do it. Slider gas out of shape, and there we go, NGR Scooby G's going to have a look down the inside into the loop. He's still there, Slider gas giving him a bit of room into the chute, and now down to the left-handed penultimate corner, so Slider gas will have the inside for this. But we've seen, we saw someone do it, I think it was NGR Lee earlier, going round the outside of this penultimate corner. But Scooby G's not going to take that risk, he's going to try and get him down the main straight. He's lining him up, you can see just from the lines he's taken. And Slider gas runs a bit wide and instantly goes defensive. We cross the line for the 23rd time. And oh, it's a shame Scooby G's got a slowdown penalty, I think, because he's dropped right off. He must have run too wide out of that last corner. I don't know how, because he ran just as wide as Slider gas. So that is a shame. But back here, and JPH has missed. Oh, we've missed it. He has got back past one high mofo. So JPH back up to 6th, however he has a penalty. One high mofo does not have a penalty. So whether or not that will change back round at the end of the race, we'll find out shortly on the penultimate lap now. So let's have a quick run through of the standings so far. Zach Speed TV 17 seconds ahead of this man, Slider gas 28. Oh, actually, he's not as far ahead as it was when we last saw him. Scooby G again right behind him. Here we go, he's got the inside this time. Scooby G should get the move done. Yep, Slider gas concedes and Scooby G's back ahead. Neither of them running wide this time. And I think that's pretty much done it, unless he gets a slowdown penalty there for running wide, but he goes defensive just like Slider gas did last lap actually. And here we go. Oh, forcing him right to the grass. I think Slider gas had to pull out of that actually. Wasn't given enough room. But Slider gas is back into 3rd as we hit the last lap now. Last time round for round 1 of the Ford Escort 1600 RS League. Gonna sit in the slipstream for this Slider gas. Closing slightly, I don't think he's going to do enough, but it is the last lap, he might throw it down the inside, but that's why Scooby D's defending, and he's going to have to settle for 3rd for now. But will he concentrate on the exit, will he get down the inside of the loop or even get a better run? Scooby G has been very good out of this loop, and it looks like he's going to do it again. But at the front, into the final corner for the last time, it's Zach Speed TV, who's going to take the first win of the season in commanding fashion. Look at that, 29.5 last lap, wins by 19 seconds. What a drive, well done that man. Scooby G comes into the final corner now ahead of Slider gas. He's going to hold it, I think, unless he gets a slowdown penalty, but then they have both got penalties, so we don't know who has got it worse. But Scooby G is going to take his 2nd place. It's the first time he's been beaten this week. Slider gas going for the roll, not quite able to do it. NGR Lee probably be a bit disappointed, but a good recovery driving to 4th ahead of NGR Martin. JPH, he'll be happy with that, in 6th. Oh, there we go, that would do. Used the wall with it, but got it over. One high mofo would probably be disappointed with 7th considering his qualifying position. NGR Lagerfani in 8th. The Les coming round in 9th. And Shopshaft in 10th. Mr. Penguini, that was who it was, that's who we missed. So here's your classified results with penalties included. So NGR, Zach Speed TV first Scooby G in second, Slider Gas in third. Both had 3-second penalties, so that didn't change anything. NGR Lee fourth, NGR Martin fifth, JPH sixth, One High Mofo 7th. He didn't quite close the gap enough. Oh, 1/10 the step with that penalty for JPH. Lager Fanny in 8th, Shockshaft in 9th, and the Les in 10th. And we did lose Fraser and Mr. Penguini. Fortunately, Fraser retired from a very good battle for second, having made contact with Slider Gas. Slider Gas got away with it, however Fraser didn't. So excellent racing there. First race in the 1600s. Next week we are at Laguna Seca. That'll be an interesting one. No room for error on that track. And let's hope for some racing just as good as we saw tonight. I've been Jonathan, and thank you very much for tuning in. And we'll see you next week at Laguna Seca. Good night.